A very good afternoon to one and all present here for today's valedictory ceremony. I, Shreyan.
And I'm Merlin Menezes, will be your MCs today. We heartily welcome our esteemed dignitaries, chief guests, faculty members, participants, event heads, and the audience to the valedictory ceremony of Telesto 2021.
Telesto is the annual flagship national level intercollegiate fest organized by the Christ deemed to be University, School of Business and Management, Bannerghatta Road campus exclusively for management students from various reputed institutions. Being the fourth edition of its kind, this year at Telesto 2021, we aim to provide a corporate-like platform for business event participants to gain experience as they journey through various crises and challenges that push them beyond their limits and help them experience a whole new take on festing.
Indeed, all of us could vouch to the fact that over this incredible 2-day extravaganza journey of rigorous tasks, we have all witnessed the greatest of minds hard at work battling to be the ultimate winner. The energy, intellect, and knowledge showcased throughout this fest has left each and every one of us to be enriched versions of ourselves than what we came in for this very inauguration.
A pat on the back to all the participants for not pat on the back to all the participants for not giving up and pushing yourselves through the sleepless nights and tight deadlines and finally making it to the finish line. With that, can we please have the main video for Telesto 2021 being played?
Dr. Kushagra Mishra, coordinator of Christ University School of Business and Management Association, is currently working as assistant professor at Christ deemed to be University, Bannerghatta Road campus. He holds a PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia Central University, New Delhi, and a postgraduate degree in law from University of Delhi and Indian Law Institute. Sir specializes in fields based in marketing and law. He has previously worked as a faculty with Department of Commerce, University of Delhi, and as a law officer with Central Information Commission. He has also published research papers in several international journals in the field of intellectual property, cyber laws, and privacy policy. Sir has always shown a lot of concern in pushing his students to focus on understanding the subject rather than just rote memorization. We would now like to invite Sir to welcome the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the valedictory ceremony of the annual National Intercollegiate Management Fest, Telesto 2021. Telesto in the literal sense is the personification of the divine blessing or success, and with the theme A Point in Paradigm, will act as a catalyst for the participants to master the art of adaptability while conquering technology's evolutions in the early 1900s. This business event is structured to imitate the corporate environment and replicate real-world corporate crises to evaluate participants' capabilities. Swami Vivekananda once said that the world is a great gymnasium where we come to make ourselves strong. Indeed, Telesto is an exercise which has provided a platform to over 80 participants through various teams to exercise their thoughts in a constructive way. For this event, I would like to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Paresh Gupta, founder and CEO, Global Center for Entrepreneurship and Commerce. Thanks for taking out your valuable time, sir. Dr. Father Biju Casey, Director, Christ Panagata Road Campus. Dr. Jyoti Kumar, Dean. Dr. Joby Thomas, HOD. I would further like to welcome Dr. Lakshmi Karthikeyan, Coordinator, School of Business and Management Association, course coordinators, academic coordinators, and faculty members. I would also like to welcome Association Student Representative Ankur Kulkarni. And finally, a special welcome to the students of Christ deemed to be University.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome. Dr. Joby Thomas, Associate Professor, Head of Department, School of Business and Management, Christ deemed to be University, has been ever so supportive of all our endeavors. Sir has completed his post-graduation from the Institute of Management Studies, Devi Ahila University, Indore. He obtained his PhD in Business Administration from Mangalore University. He has 2 years of industry experience as international travel consultant and 19 years of teaching experience. He's a member of the Human Capital Development Committee of Pacific Asia Travel Association. He's a member of the National Executive Committee of Indian Tourism and Hospitality Congress. Dr. Joby Thomas is also the executive editor of Atna, Journal of Tourism Studies, published by Christ deemed to be University, Bengaluru. Sir, we kindly invite you to address the audience.
Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Paresh Gupta, Founder and CEO of Global Center for Entrepreneurship and Commerce, Dean Dr. Jyoti Kumar, Director Dr. Father Biju Casey, Faculty Coordinators of Telesto, Dr. Kushagra Mishra and Dr. Lakshmi Karthikeyan, Student Representative Mr. Ankur Kulkarni, participants, colleagues, Christites, ladies and gentlemen, a warm good afternoon to everyone. It is believed that new abilities are required for the ultimate business management professionals in the new normal. While the industry focuses its efforts on adapting to the new normal, knowledge remains the most precious asset in an increasingly uncertain and changing world. Since December 2019, we are trying to adapt to a new reality. The way teams and team members came together to deliver results have changed. Ever since the outbreak of the pandemic, traditional SOPs have given way to tech intelligence, and we have become digital nomads who both works and lives on the road helped by technology. The execution of our business first, Telesto, is the best example to realize it. We are trying to respond to disruptions in the most appropriate ways. These disruptions have led to innovations and the way we do things. Digital transformations in businesses across industries have got accelerated the need of tech intelligence so that they can make better business decisions in day-to-day engagements. The need for continuous learning to enhance our knowledge and professional development is inevitable for both current and future business professionals. As you have experienced during Telesto, we need to relook at opportunity and get retooled. Currently, workplaces are not unalterable environments. Therefore, employees need to do their part in refreshing their abilities. By building up their toolbox, skillful workers will be in demand within a tight job market, and they will find themselves in better positions to excel in their careers. Creativity enables us to respond to future crises and make businesses transformational. Various events of Telesto would definitely have offered ample opportunities to realize this. I am sure this event gave you enough opportunities to hone the knowledge and skills to handle the challenges in a highly volatile and unpredictable world. With these thoughts, I congratulate all participants for your enthusiastic involvement. A big appreciation to all Christites and teachers under the leadership of Dr. Lakshmi Karthikeyan and Dr. Kushagra Mishra for your dedicated efforts and hard work to design and execute this grand event in a new format. Best wishes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your continuous guidance and support.
Dr. Jyoti Kumar, Dean of Christ University, Bannerghatta Road campus, has always been a source of constant motivation and encouragement. Her guidance has been a driving force in the inception and successful completion of every event in our campus. She is a United Board Fellow and has attended a course at the Graduate School of Education, Harvard University, USA. She has a teaching experience of 21 years in the areas of general management, finance, taxation, and strategic management, both at the undergraduate and postgraduate level. With a personality that exceeds excellence in all fields that she has touched, ma'am has had an extensive and successful career in academia. Having completed her undergraduate studies from Bangalore University, followed by a master's in business administration from the same, she has gone on to hold an MPhil alongside a PhD from Christ deemed to be University as well. Having presented and published several papers in matters of various disciplines of management, she is indeed an inspirational academician. Her excellent leadership has made School of Business and Management a leader in its arena. We request our Dean, Dr. Jyoti Kumar, to kindly share a few words of wisdom with the audience.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our guest for today, Mr. Paresh Gupta, thank you so much for joining in with us to motivate our young budding managers, finding time in spite of all that limitations we have. Dr. Joby Thomas, the head of the department, Dr. Lakshmi Karthikeyan and Dr. Kushagra Mishra, the coordinators of the association, all my esteemed faculty colleagues, student representatives who led the entire event. We are extremely proud of you. Participants from various institutions, invitees, ladies and gentlemen. I know very, very well that the valedictory ceremony is not a time for orientation. And I also know the students sitting on the other side, your interest of the time is definitely different. But going by the protocol, please allow us to say something. If it touches any one of you, anywhere, anytime, something, somewhere, sometime, I think that's the takeaway. More than the orientation, I know this is a time for reflection of what we did over the 2 days. For some of you, over the last week, depending on what you participated in. I'm extremely happy to be a part of this valedictory, which otherwise, I'm sure all of you will agree with me, a business fest is more festive. lot of colors and lot of banners around, lot of promotions around. It feels like a festival. But it is saddening that we don't have any visible colors and we are all glued onto the monitor, and whatever was possible, I think, is the expression of the fest. Nonetheless, I'm sure you all will agree with me when I want to say that anything can destroy us, but cannot defeat us. Cannot defeat our spirits, our enthusiasm, our focus, and our purpose of what we want to do. I'm sure there was a lot of insight which was given by the head of the department, and you have one more speech after mine, which is the most important one, because we have the guest who wants to give you his insights on whatever is the entrepreneurship and what he walks the talk. So I want to keep it very short. I don't want to take a lot of time, but I'm sure, just to take off from where Joby sir ended, the head of the department ended, we are living in such an unprecedented time, such a volatile environment, that we have thoroughly found its meaning today. And this has not limited us in terms of our engagement, in terms of our academic growth, in terms of our newer learning, out of the box thinking, and whatever was possible, I'm sure the students have put it up together. Like I said, I'm extremely proud of the student coordinators, the event heads, all the committee, the core committee, the organizing committee, the set of students who have worked day in and day out to put this together, because it is not easy to connect. It is not easy to bring all the things together and then say that we maintain time, we maintain the schedule. But one thing what I have identified always through this exercise is, with online, we don't have any delays, because otherwise there is always this coming together. So that way, I think every single crisis is an opportunity. And what was possible in the last 1 year because of whatever is that pandemic, and it is far from over, we all know. I'm sure we have been more disciplined online, we have been more committed to time, etc. And then we are doing all that what we can in the limitations of the environment. Thank you all so much for turning in to the fest, all the participants from various institutions. It is not about, I'm sure you're all waiting for that result moment, but it is not just about the results. But I personally feel you may not want to buy this now, but later you will understand that there is a lot of learning which goes into it. We can only have one first and one second and one third. But I'm sure all those who had the courage to participate, all those who were creative, innovative, you wanted to put things on the whiteboard for discussions, I'm sure you have won the race in terms of getting that confidence to participate. That is what is the essence of participation. What is it that you can bring about? What novelty can you bring about in all these events? So that is what is the outcome, I feel, of all these events, the business fest. I'm sure you've all put in your best. Congratulations in advance to all those who made it, but to the others, you have won the race by turning in whatever is the work you have done, and there is always another time. Thank you, association coordinators. You've wonderfully managed the entire event, putting up a team together, having the students around to work together. It is definitely a teamwork. I'm extremely happy about the entire process which we went through in spite of all that what we had to face. Thank you so much, and over to you, MCs.
Thank you, ma'am, for this enlightening thoughts. It is indeed an honor to introduce our chief guest for the day, Mr. Paresh Gupta. Sir is a founder and CEO of several organizations such as Global Center for Entrepreneurship and Commerce, Neos Angels Network, and My Career Architects. He is the brand ambassador for the government of Rajasthan and pursued his graduation from Sri Ram College of Commerce and CA in the year 2002. Sir is an MBA in Finance and Management from London School of Business and Finance. He is a recipient of Rajasthan Youth Icon Award, a 6-time TED Talk speaker, and a recipient of Shiksha Bharati Award. Sir, we are honored to have you here with us today. I kindly invite you to address the gathering.
Oh my God. So thank you so much. I am not a very formal person here, and I can't really say, thank you and all the formalities. I would rather keep it short and sweet and simple. I am also not keeping too well, so I'll try to, wrap up things as fast as possible. Don't get bored of me for whatever time I'm going to talk here. And believe me, this is a competition. So I would start with something like this, okay? You guys are, this is a management competition, management fest. You guys going to have prizes and prize distribution function as a valedictory here. I will tell you my story, okay? And my story is like, I came back from London to India because of my health reasons, and I thought, chalo, let's start a startup. So we started a startup, and it was called Sharp Edge Learning. And the good part about the startup was that whichever competition we went to, we won it. Right, and we would win every single competition that we would go to, we'll win it off, hands down. And we made some 25 lakh rupees as prize money, right? Just by getting 1 lakh from one place, 2 lakhs some place, 50,000 from some place. You just go keep doing it. And everybody would stand up and say the product is wonderful, the startup idea is wonderful, you're doing great, this is wonderful, blah, blah, blah. But then we launched it in the market. And when we launched it in the market, we completely got busted. We lost 40 lakh rupees in the business because nobody purchased our product, right? So the reason why I'm telling you all this is winning competition is only 1% of the story of the world, right? So doing business, managing things, doing real life things is very, very different. So even if you win the competition, I'm great. You make some money, you make some, short-term happiness and put some. So I have a room full of medals and trophies. I have got 5 cartons full of trophies and medals, by the way. I have more than 500, 600 certificates. And, when I would go for my interviews, when I was in a job, I would just keep that file on the table of the interviewer. They would never ask me a question, because they'd say, oh, this guy is already loaded with, certificates and prizes. But that's not what life is. Life is completely different. And that's exactly what I learned when I actually started my journey of entrepreneurship. I'll give you one more thing, okay, to do. So you guys are online. Everybody listening to this is online. Just Google it out, okay? So just try Googling. Just use Google right away, right up front, live with me, and type MBA applying for sweeper jobs. Very simple term, right? So you're like, why is this guy asking for this? Type this, okay? MBA applying for sweeper jobs, and type doing this along with me. If you want, I can share my screen and do this with you guys. You're probably 1 second. So let me open my screen as well and share it. And you'll be so amazed to see what comes out. And if you just type MBA applying for sweeper jobs, this is what you get. This is exactly what's happening in the country. More than 2 lakh youth, including MBAs, and 4,600 engineers and graduates apply for 14 sweeper jobs in Tamil Nadu Assembly. And that's exactly what's happening in our country. Not that sweeper jobs are anyway less. They are not to be undermined, but you don't need to be an engineer and an MBA or a postgraduate. So in fact, PhDs have applied for watchman jobs in our country, and that is what is happening currently. And we have to be very, very careful about this. This is exactly what's happening in the nation. Which means that whatever you guys think, you might think of all those flowery things. You might think this is what will happen. Life is going to turn around. I have seen the best of guys failing, and I've seen the worst of guys becoming super amazing and great in life. Don't worry about it. All you need to worry about is to do something great and do the best of what you can do in life. That's all. So my take is that, rather than worrying about, winning all the time, doing this, type another thing. Okay. So go Google and just type, will robots take my job? That's another thing to try. Right? And you'll be actually surprised to see that most of the jobs that you can think of will be gone in the next 10 years, right? Will robots take my job is a website. It's a very, very beautiful website. I'll share this again with you guys. So type this and say, will robots take my job? Right? Just go to this site. And if you go to this site, you will come here and I'll tell you something very interesting. I'm a chartered accountant. Okay. And this is my career. And if I say accountant auditor, 94% chances my job will be replaced by robots. I will be most useless man in the next 5 years or 10 years. If you guys are thinking of creating careers around this, then you guys are making a fool of yourself, right? These careers will not exist only, right? You have to change it. You have to start thinking different. Drivers will not exist. Accountants will not exist. Lot of people will not exist in the next 5 years. I'll give you a very classic example. When I was your age, when I was in college, in fact, when I was in school and college, 11, 12, first, second year, third year of college, my parents had learned something called a shorthand. And they said, shorthand is very, very important, beta. Life will change. This is so important for you. And shorthand is what people look for. And there used to be secretaries, so there used to be these big guys, and they used to have these secretaries who, who would take dictation and write and say, okay, yes, sir, I will write it for you. And I was like, no, I don't want to learn this because I don't think this is going to be a great career for future. Today, nobody knows what is shorthand. Shorthand does not exist. I'll show it to you what shorthand looks like, So shorthand. And shorthand looks something like this. See, do you even understand what this is? So we don't understand these kind of things. Shorthand is a separate language and we just don't know what it looks like. Nobody uses it because now we have Google Translator, we have Siri, we have Alexa. They just take dictation from us and write it down. And that is exactly what has changed. So whatever you're studying today is not going to be the career for the future. It is not going to be the life of future. It will be very different, which means if you're not preparing and planning for all of that, you guys are doing something very different. These competitions and everything is great, good, have fun, enjoy. I'm more than happy. My job here to just tell you is that guys, start doing things differently. The world is crazy full of people, 700 crore people. In India alone, we have 130 crore people. And this is thanks to our parents for all the population explosion and their parents that we have created so many people in this nation that we are having a serious tough time. Now imagine if you guys are, if any of you is like say 20 years, then how many people are exactly 20 years in the country? The number is approximately 2 crore. So your competition is about 2 crore people who are exactly your age and you have to beat them. How do you beat them? You do something different. So I'm just going to leave you guys with 2 tips and then that's all that I'm going to, end my day today because I don't want to take too much time. But I have 2 tips of doing things. Number 1, I call it in Hindi, Andho mein kana raja. Be different, do things differently. It works. If you are different from the rest of the people, it works out beautiful. It's a fantastic, tip which I can say. I'll give you my examples in life. This is like 10th standard. When I was a 10th standard kid, I was amongst the topper, 3rd, 4th, 5th rank in the class. And, I went and told my principal that I want to take commerce. And his eyes popped out. It's like, are you crazy? Why are you studying commerce? Why should you study commerce? All toppers take science. I was like, no, I want to take commerce only. And you'll be surprised. The reason why I took commerce was because I wanted to have fun, right? I did not want to study as much. And then I took commerce and all the toppers went to science. And if all the toppers went to science, if my percentage was 90, all other people in my class percentage was 80. All other toppers went to science. I am Andho mein kana raja, akela. That was all that I had. I topped the whole state, 1st rank in Rajasthan. You are calling me here today because I took that decision of being different, going to taking commerce, then going to SRCC, then blah, blah, blah. But that's what works because I was doing something very different, right? When I go to SRCC, then I would say, I'm London School of Business and Finance. I'm different. When I go to London, then what do I say? Everybody there is like Canary Wharf. Everybody's an investment banker. There I say, I'm a sitar player from India. Come, let's play sitar in Trafalgar Square. Andho mein kana raja. It works. Be different, right? Whenever I am in a group of chartered accountants, I always say I love technology. I will talk about AI, robot, blah, 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 blah. Whenever I am with technology guys, I'll say I'm a chartered accountant. I know accounts and finance. That's my forte. Different. And that is something which you have to constantly maintain because if you're just trying to be one of the flocks, you're dead. Any competition that you want to win off, be different. Try to do things differently, make a difference out, figure it out how you can be different in that entire group. Don't worry about people pulling you down. Don't try to fit into that thing. Rather say, I want to be a misfit. So being misfit is the best option today. That is the best way of identifying and creating your identity. I have created like that and I am so happy and proud about it that I always go and stand out and say, I'm not like this. Sorry, I'm different. And that's good. Let people recognize it over a period. Initially, people will say shit about you. They will say bad about you. Over a period, they'll realize this guy is incorrigible. They'll accept you for what they are and then they'll start clapping for you. That's tip number 1. And number 2 tip, trust me, I'm a topper, but I can tell you, being a topper is not the best thing all the time. Okay. There are more important things to learn, which is what we're not taught. And I think competitions like these are very important because 2 things to do here. So importantly, if you want to do something different, 90% jobs and 100% business happens through one thing, which is called networking. So network. I am hating COVID period because, while COVID is there, we are not networking. We are just working online. Like today, there are just few people here. I'm just addressing to my laptop. I don't know who's listening to me, who's not listening to me. It's so not happening, frankly. But understand that the best way to do this thing in this world is network with as many people. Use LinkedIn, right? Please grow over Instagram, please grow over Facebook, and use LinkedIn, right? And very, very important. I can give you so many examples. Understand that if you know the director of EY and a partner of Deloitte, your job will be better guaranteed than you topping your examination. That's a very clear fact. So why are you not building that relationship? Why do you not send out friend requests? Why is your LinkedIn network less than 5,000 people? If anybody's having a network of less than 5,000 people, you guys are missing out something. You will not grow in life for sure. Be it business, be it careers, be it anything, right? Be it jobs. Everywhere, LinkedIn will be important. Not only LinkedIn, all sorts of networking. Reach out to people, generally call them up, generally write to them, say hello, how are you, what is it? Create those networks, right? Share your visiting cards, exchange thoughts, talk, discuss. We don't do that. We don't ask questions. We just stay quiet and say, no, I don't want to do anything. If you don't talk, nobody cares for you in this world. So you rather talk. You get talking, you talk to people, network, reach out to me. I am just another person. It's not that I have come from somewhere else, right? Everybody in this conference here, everybody in this session here can reach out to me. What's the problem? And I invariably end up answering to most of the people. So yes, Instagram most of the time it's not, but LinkedIn most of the time, yes. So why not build creative relationships, build better professional relationships, reach out to people, build networks, and things will be great. So I think these are things. I don't want to really take too much of your time. You guys are waiting for your results. So my answer is, don't worry about results. The way we won all competitions, but we never did great in that particular business. And all the other businesses that are good and successful, I never participated for a competition with that. So believe me, it doesn't matter, right? So competition is one side of the story. And real life business, real life success is completely different. Have fun, enjoy this process. Having those certificates, of course, is a morale booster. It definitely gives you happiness, and you always feel happy and proud that you have this bundle of prizes and awards. But life is beyond that, and I wish you all the best, guys. Happy to reach out. Anybody can reach out to me. More than happy to answer questions. More than happy to take any help anybody needs anytime. And please be a good entrepreneur if you can. So start thinking of being an entrepreneur, being entrepreneur. If you want to do a job also, start thinking of business and have a business mindset, problem solving attitude. You'll be fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. All up to the MCs now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking time out of your busy schedule and instilling a sense of leadership among our young budding entrepreneurs. A wise man once said, "You are not obligated to win. You are obligated to keep trying. To the best you can do every day, as who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today."
With that being said, we will now move on to the most awaited moment of the day by commencing the prize distribution proceedings. I would like to invite Rohan Singh and Shruti Mundra to announce the prize winners.
Telesto is a premium business fest that stimulated real-life scenarios and tested the participants' intellect in various aspects of commerce. The first place winners of Telesto are to win a cash prize of 4,500, while the second place winners will receive rupees 3,000 per event. The winner of TYCOON stands to win a solid 7,500 rupees. On that note, we'd like to present the winners of Telesto 2021. We'd like to thank the faculty in charges, Dr. Anand Patil and Dr. Manikandan, as well as the event heads of Business Quiz, Satvik Agarwal, Syed Bilal Ahmed, Harishankar K, Sparsh Dhanuka, Siddhant Daderia, Rhythm Jalan, and Ojas Chawla. The second runner-up of Business Quiz is Team Avior, Rahul Poddar from Jain University. The first runner-up of Business Quiz is Team Procyon, Geldo Shem Matthew. And the winner of Business Quiz is Team Polaris, Mohassan Wahab from Department of Professional Studies, Christ deemed to be University.
Moving on to the next event, Public Sector Consult. We would firstly like to thank the faculty in charges, Dr. Sunita Kumar and Dr. Saravanan, as well as the event in charges, Nicole, Samyukt, Ratika, and Fida. Moving on to the results, third place goes to Team Polex, Nate Daga from St. Joseph's College of Commerce, Bangalore. The second place goes to Team Valedictory, Diti M from SBM, Christ deemed to be University, Central Campus. Winner is Vega Chirag Botra from CMS, Jain University.
Moving on to the next event, we'd like to thank the faculty in charges, Dr. Roshna Thomas and Dr. Muthu Gopalakrishnan, as well as the event heads of Wealth Management, Mayank Benani, Hanu Jindal, Tribhuvan Bisen, Manav Agarwal, Riya Malani, and Vedant M. The second runner-up of Wealth Management is Team Capella, Harsh Kumar from Christ deemed to be University Central Campus. The first runner-up of Wealth Management is Team Avior, Aditya Narayan from Jain University, and the winner of Wealth Management is Team Polaris, Nachiappan N from Department of Professional Studies, Christ deemed to be University. Moving on to the next event, we'd like to thank the faculty in charges, Dr. Fazina and Dr. Senthil, as well as the event heads of marketing, Hriday Munot, Pavitra Shetty, Shivatsa Kumar, Ashlesha Hola, and Yatharth Asoka. The second runner-up of marketing is Team Polaris, Devanshi Agarwal from Department of Professional Studies, Christ deemed to be University. The first runner-up of marketing is Team Polars, Shashank M from St. Joseph's College of Commerce. And the winner of marketing is Team Avior, Zanish Drabu from Jain University.
Moving on to the next event, Human Resources. Firstly, we'd like to thank the faculty in charges, Dr. Sumati Anumalai and Lakshmi Priya, as well as the event heads, Ritvik AR, Nikhil Bajaj, Mahak Mahanhas, Mayank Agarwal, and Parthiv Prajwal, and Anup Anil Kumar. The third place for Human Resources goes to Team Polaris, Shreyas Ravi from Department of Professional Studies, Christ deemed to be University. Second place goes to Team Polux, Pantika Chandak from St. Joseph College of Commerce, Bangalore. And the winner of Human Resources is Vega Balraj Seth from CMS, Jain University. Next event is Public Relations. We'd like to thank the faculty in charges, Dr. Siju Sebastian and Dr. Shikha Bhagat, as well as the event heads, Keshav Taila, Shipra Jha, Bhargav H, Manvi Agarwal, Shreya Prabhu, and Rajan Kotari. The third place for Public Relations goes to Team Avior, Gurnimar Singh, Jain University, SCS. The second place goes to Team Bellatrix, Anmol Betala from SBM, Christ deemed to be University, Central Campus. The winner of Public Relations is Team Polex, Adarshika R from St. Joseph's College of Commerce, Bangalore.
Moving on to the most awaited event, we'd like to thank the faculty in charges, Dr. Roy Matthew and Dr. Sayani Das, as well as the event heads of TYCOON, Abhijit Srihari, Khushi Bothra, Atul Puri, and Pranav Kumar. The winner of TYCOON Telesto 2021 is Team Sirius, Shreya SP from Christ University Department of Professional Studies. Congratulations to all the winners.
Thank you, Rohan and Shruti, and congratulations to all the winners for this success. Now it is time for the most awaited moment of the day. I would like to invite Dr. Joby Thomas to kindly announce the overall winners of Telesto 2021.
Congratulations to all participants of Telesto 2021. Following are the much awaited results of the overalls. The second runner-up is Team Caster by Jain deemed to be University Center for Management Studies. The runner-up is Team Pollux by St. Joseph's College of Commerce, Bangalore. The winner of Telesto 2021 is Team Avia by Jain deemed to be University, SES, Jayanagar. Congratulations.
A hearty congratulations to all winners and participants of Telesto 2021. I am sure this fest has been more than just a competition, but a journey of lessons and memories for many. We would now like to invite student representative Ankur Kulkarni to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Merlin. Good evening, everyone. Walt Disney once said, and I quote, "The harder you work for something, the greater you feel when you achieve it." This is Ankur Kulkarni, and I am humbled to deliver the vote of thanks for today. The past 2 days have been marvelous with amazing participants from the best colleges in the country coming in to challenge and outdo one another. I have been excited, surprised, and in awe of the performance witnessed by Telesto 2021. On that note, let me, with all my heart and on behalf of Team Telesto, welcome everyone because Valedictory is the one event that we as participants and organizers look forward to. Firstly, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Paresh Gupta, for being with us today. Sir, your presence has surely embellished the event. Thank you, sir. I really liked how Sir gave us a reality check to make sure we give it our best in all the competition, but also make sure that we stay different and in touch with the current reality of our life. I would also like to thank our beloved Dean, Dr. Jyoti Kumar, who has been constantly providing us with the required motivation to keep going. I would like to thank Dr. Joby Thomas for always motivating and inspiring us. Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my gratitude towards the Honorable Director, Dr. Father Biju Casey, for being extremely supportive and guiding us in all our endeavors. Thank you so much, Father. I am also grateful towards our Kamma faculty coordinators, Dr. Kushagra Mishra and Dr. Lakshmi Karthikeyan. They have always challenged us to achieve our best and pushed us towards excellence. I would like to thank our esteemed faculty members of School of Business and Management for bearing with us throughout the event and supporting us to make sure that there was proper coordination and event flow throughout the fest. Telesto 2021 was held completely online. Fortunately, all the events and activities of the fest have been completed smoothly without even the slightest of a technical glitch. For that, I thank the IT department of the university, in particular, Jimmy sir, Manjit sir, Robert sir, and Jesse Phillips sir for providing us with a virtual platform that proved to be the backbone of this fest. Telesto 2021 attracted best of the festers from the top colleges of the country, and this surely wouldn't have been possible without the help of event heads who made sure that participants stayed on their tools all the time, had to stay determined and put in the best effort for all rounds in all events. So I thank the event heads for their magnanimous efforts in Telesto 2021. An event of this magnitude cannot happen overnight. The wheels have to start rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a very motivated and dedicated Telesto team. I cannot thank the core committee, the organizing, as well as the working committee enough for their enthusiasm and effort that made sure we could integrate all components of this fest synergistically and add more value than our individual selves. I would also like to thank Jambori and Flogo for this generous sponsorship and their trust in Telesto 2021. I am immensely grateful to my fellow student representative Himani Sriramoju, who helped me in directing and planning all fest-related activities successfully. He has always been the person I could fall back on, and I'm really grateful to have my Kamma office come alongside him. Last but not the least, I am really grateful for an enthusiastic and exciting participation witnessed by Telesto 2021, which would have not been possible without the participants. I thus extend my heartfelt gratitude towards all the participants here. At the end, as my colleague said, you either win or learn. It's never about losing. I hope all participants experience personal growth and are taking home irreplaceable experiences from this fest. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankur Kulkarni, for your kind words.
It's never easy to say goodbye, but this marks the end of yet another fest. This is Shreyan.
And this is Merlin Menezes signing off. Believe, achieve, conquer. Thank you.